welcome to episode 748 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, August 12th, 2021. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. I'm Will. We got Mark and Wes. Pat has got a sick baby on his hands, so he's not with us today. But
yeah,
you know,
I felt
get
bad.
well soon, baby Cass. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna. I felt bad. I knew he was sick last night, but I just got in, hadn't seen the family, so I was like, I'm just gonna pretend that
I'm homesick. He's sick. I'm homesick.
between the two of you, you guys, we got one full host. So it's
I
gonna
called
work
it
out.
first. Sorry.
It's gonna work out for the week. Yeah,
No, I mean,
we're running.
was
We're running on. 3.5.
yeah, it was fortuitous timing for your homecoming, and then also I think Pat's son was less sick last night than his today,
It's
and
sick
it
baby's
sucks.
the worst,
Hopefully,
though.
it's terrible. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Never fun.
hopefully he
Never
gets
fun.
better.
And that proved it. When your baby goes to daycare, they get sick because it happened to me, happened to him, happens to
Instantly,
everybody.
within the first 2 weeks,
Immediately.
both of you. Yeah.
Yeah, immediately. Don't forget, Hard Factor Detectors is out now. You can patreon.com/Hard Factor. You can watch Mark and Wes find some amazing treasure in a public park in Austin while Bubba videotaped. I thought it was excellent, a wild ride.
I got a phone call. I got a
finish.
phone call today from the one of the world's premier metal detectors. They want Wes and I to team up with them.
Really? That's
No.
huge news. Oh,
No, that's no joke.
way.
No
No,
joke.
nothing to do with us. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were stuck.
These guys are gonna waste our time.
We had terrible form. Yeah,
it's a lot like Remember, I got into watch that Monster Hunter show for a while.
yes, I love that. Show.
Love
Yeah,
that show.
it reminded me of an
I'm
episode.
thinking of River
Monster
Monsters.
Hunters.
No, yeah. It was.
Monster. It's similar.
It was that style.
It's that style. I love.
Did find a monster piece of metal, like one of the biggest you'll ever see. You'll have to watch it, but it was a large piece of metal
It's pretty
and,
incredible. It's
and
an
well
incredible
underground. Yeah.
find. It's an incredible find. Incredible watch. Thrilling start to finish. You got to see it. Patreon.com/Hard Factor to check out Hard Factor Detectors. Also, Green Room. What the fuck Wednesdays? We were too hot for Spotify this last Wednesday. But it was an awesome show. Masturbation stories, I guess, break that sexually explicit rule. We didn't.
Oh yeah, we went over the
didn't know
line on
about-
that one for sure.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have put it in the title. Probably that was like
Yeah. Yeah.
way too obvious for them.
Yeah.
Most the
That
titles
guy
like
jerk off stories. Come join us.
Yeah.
sexually explicit, all caps.
Whoops. But it was
Okay.
fantastic.
It was
Fun
amazing.
time. Fun time. Congrats to Michael for the winning story. You got it. Yeah, fantastic. You can't miss these Green Room shows. We're probably not going to post this one, so you need to download the app.
Look, we're gonna post it until they tell us to remove it. We're posting it for sure. I'm posting it. Okay, we're posting.
Okay. Green Room app by Spotify. Get it so you can join the shows live. They're more fun that way. All right. Anything else, fellas, before we hop in? Okay. Time for a cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Holidays, history, trending news. Holidays for August 12th are up first. They are Baseball Fans Day, which is, doesn't seem like it needs to be a day, but all right.
They don't have enough days. 162 games a season. They don't have enough. Give them a day.
Yeah, need more content for baseball fans. IBM PC Day, also another horrible one. International Youth Day, Julienne Fries Day. So Julienne fries, I think, guys, these are just the real skinny ones,
Yeah.
like a real skinny
think
French
you're
fry.
right.
They're like the P. Terry's fries.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to eat like 13 at a time, but you look like a slob because they're usually at nicer places. Yeah.
Right. And then they also, like, when you have the 13 and they're like all intertwined together, they get way more ketchup on them than a bigger fry would, because it
For
traps all the
sure.
extra ketchup
But-
like, in the crevices.
Outside of the like Pete Terry's, like Wes mentioned, good luck finding a place that serves julienne fries with ketchup. It's usually like an orange sauce, which is ketchup mixed with like other stuff. Yeah.
It's
Or
an
like
au jus.
a aioli.
Right. Right. Naily. Exactly. They don't serve ketchup at those places.
Oh.
I mean, even though it's in the mix. Yeah.
I'll take my white trash ketchup and get the fuck out of here. on Julianne Friday. It's also Middle Child Day, National Sewing Machine Day, Truck Driver Day. There's a good one. Shout out Lombard Trucking.
Trucking.
Vinyl Record Day. Shout out Dooley. And
Shout out Dooley
World
and all the
Elephant
people.
Day.
Yeah. Hey, Middle Child Day makes a lot of sense to me. That's fair. They deserve a day because they get screwed.
It does. It does. It just makes you laugh though because they always talk about how they get screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they get away with murder though because it's like he's the
Do
middle
they?
child. I don't know.
Under the radar day. But no one loves them.
When they have problems, they get away with it.
Yeah, when they have
easier.
problems, they get away with it easier.
People are
'cause
like, well, it's Middle Child. You know?
of course, yeah, of course he's in.
They're
charge.
Only
very-
Child. Also,
they're
you
unloved.
have that excuse. Yeah.
Yeah. But only child's like loved. Middle child is like neglected.
Only Child's like different kinds
Right, it's a
of
different kind of
problems.
fucked up. You're either too loved or you're not loved enough.
Right.
Exactly.
It's the yin and the yang, only in middles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Well, middle children, congrats. You're one day
It's your,
for everybody.
it's your day.
August 12th. Nobody's going to challenge you today.
Your therapist will tell you that today too. It's your day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for coming again.
Yeah.
Good to see you. You've been with me for 10 years now. You think you're getting ready to...
How are your brothers today?
Therapists don't even need to ask how many siblings you have. They just know you're smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
You're never going to
brothers-
leave my care, are you?
Your brothers call you today? No. Okay.
No.
How'd that make you feel? Happy Middle Child Day. Okay, this day in history, only a couple of big notable ones, but they are big. On Vinyl Record Day, maybe that's because in 1877, Thomas Edison invented the phonograph. The first thing, basically, that played music out loud, right? Like, that was, like, accessible. Like, besides a piano, I guess, and, like, instruments, like, actual shit. So, must have changed people's lives. Like, really rocked their worlds, you know?
Yeah, it was like the start of like, the record player or something like, or the whatever.
So
You could listen to music at home, without a live band.
Right,
Like, I
yeah.
mean, this is
So he also did what, the light bulb? Which one was first?
yeah. Edison, I think he did the light bulb. Too,
Light bulb
yeah.
Was
was
it
first.
which one was first? Light bulb, right?
Had to have been.
He didn't
Right,
didn't
'cause he
retire
didn't
after
work.
he didn't retire after the light bulb?
Well, no. Now he had light. He could work all night. He could make more shit.
But you're like that's like you're not I mean phonograph is excellent, but the fucking light bulb,
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's good.
light bulb's really good, but
the guy who invented the
Phonograph.
wheel trying to invent something after that. Like
yeah. But there's torches before. There was like you literally have to have like somebody playing music in your house before a phonograph. Like
Right.
it's like I'm a
good.
big music person. I play
Okay.
music constantly all
so
day.
it's a
So like
debate. It's a debate if the light bulb or phonographs are bigger. Okay.
yeah,
Oh, it's
I don't
clearly
know.
a light bulb.
The light bulb is bigger. You use
thought
more
so,
lights.
too.
You use more lights, but I don't know. During the daytime, you get a little music going.
You're
That's
gonna
better than
listen
the
to
light.
music in the
sun's out.
dark like an emo kid?
You need the lights. All right. Also in 1990, on this day in history, August 12th, the most complete T-Rex skeleton ever found was dug up in South Dakota, and it's named Sue after the paleontologist who found it. So, big T-Rex, South Dakota. Okay, moving along to the trending news. Honorable mentions. Do either of you guys know what Kissing Booth 3 is?
Yes. Netflix
Okay,
show.
what is it?
It's the threequel to Kissing Booth. It's the sequel to Kissing Booth 2.
Okay, it trended massively. What is Kissing
So-
Booth?
Well, Will, this is remember that the guy from North Carolina that we did the Kissing Booth meme for,
Oh yes,
yes.
Cam
the
Cunningham.
kissing machine, the kissing machine.
Kissing
we did
Machine,
a kissing
yeah.
booth. It's just some teeny bop movie where it's a kissing booth is tied to it. It's like it's for teenagers. It's like music. It's like High School Musical, and the theme is there's a kissing booth.
Wow,
I thought it was like
family.
a reality show.
Oh, okay.
No, it's like it's movies.
It's
Yeah.
a big release for families at home. Okay, so everybody's
Absolutely.
So if
And-
you
and
know
young
families,
people. Yeah.
right? Young people, families, they're all watching Kissing Booth 3.
They gotta-
that's happened.
They figure out what happens after Kissing Booth 2. They've been waiting. Yeah.
Right. I don't know if they're watching it or if it got released or if the date got released, but people are Googling Kissing Booth 3. I didn't even look at
Come
it.
on.
Thank you for explaining what it is.
Social. What's it called? Pat's not here, so I have to
Pop culture.
do the pop
There it
culture.
is.
There you go.
Pop culture guy. Everything else is sports, which I'll get to in a minute. Politics is off. until August 23rd. Actually, we'll talk a little politics, but state level. So August 23rd is when Congress is going to come back from vacation. And then the Senate is off starting after today until September 13th, taking 4 weeks off. So, just lots of vacay going on Capitol Hill. So at least there's not annoying news to talk about them. But
It's true.
still, they're taking 4 and 6 weeks vacays.
You don't think anything's going to happen?
Most people take like 0 nowadays, it seems like. So everybody
That's
else,
so
real
absurd.
people. Yeah, real people don't get 6 weeks off at a time. All right. Cream of the crop.
Well,
Number
it's
4.
like they all had a baby at the same time.
Yeah. 6 weeks would have been a
Every
dream.
year. Yeah.
My brother
Like they had a baby at a reputable company. Yeah.
my brother's got like 3 months of baby leave right now. My brother-in-law's got 3 months of baby leave
Same.
right now.
My
It's
buddy
fucking
Robert's got 12 weeks of paternity leave.
Yeah. I'm like, are they
Unbelievable.
bothering you? He's like, no, they leave me alone. I'm like, Jesus
Hey.
Christ.
That's better than the hard factor plan of one
One
week per
Oh,
new
yeah.
dad.
Yeah. Lucky to
That's
get
right.
that.
Yeah, right.
It's a lot of flesh wounds. Like Pat's taking out flesh wounds. You get a lot of little cuts. Will needs to take his little cuts. Yeah.
Wow. All right, moving on. Number 4, Chelsea, the soccer team, beat Villarreal for the UEFA Super Cup title with the help of an incredible PK save from their keeper. If you're into soccer, check out the highlight. Really good save. Huge year for Chelsea, obviously. They won the Champions League as well. An Italian midfielder, Jorginho, has now won the Champions League, the Euros, and the UEFA Super Cup all in the same summer. Some are thinking, is he going to win the Ballon d'Or as well? Because
What's
that's
that?
a pretty good year. That's best
Player of the
world.
year.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It's like MVP of
Well, it's
all
been
soccer.
Messi and Ronaldo like 15 of the last 17 years, like every year. Yeah.
Yeah. So people
Cristiano
are probably
Ronaldo
just
or Messi. Yeah. Anyone
saying
besides.
that. Right. They're like, but he had a great year. I don't know. I mean, would you say he's the star of those teams? I guess maybe somewhat, but not really. So I don't know. I don't know if he'd get it, but I don't know much about soccer in general. Number 3, moving on. Keep it in sports. J.R. Smith, 2-time NBA champ and marijuana enthusiast, enrolled at North Carolina A&T, where he hopes to join the golf team. He apparently has a 5 handicap. Wes, I'm assuming that's really good. Is that
Pretty good.
5
yeah.
over par. 5 over
yeah,
par
it's-
in any
yeah.
course,
It's-
right?
I mean, he'd be on like, he wouldn't be like starting, but I mean, I don't know how good their golf team is, but he's not, a 5 handicap is, most like Division 3 teams, you're probably on the team, yeah.
nice? He wants to just make the squad. I think it's an HBCU.
He's eligible. He's eligible.
Well, he was drafted straight out of high school to the Charlotte
Ah.
Hornets in 2004. Adam Schefter confirmed the news on Twitter and says the NCAA is still determining JR's eligibility. I hope
So
he
is
gets to play.
J.R.
That'd be awesome.
Is J.R. Smith the worst straight out of high school basketball player of all time? I mean,
No way, man. He was 6th man of the year in
Well,
2013.
I mean, Kwame Brown. Some other people flopped, but I don't ever think he was a star ever. Though he was always like the 6th man at every point of his career.
yeah. But I mean,
Straight out of
how
high
many
school
other
and
players?
stayed. He was
Up
he
against,
had a great
up against
career.
like Garnett and LeBron, yes, of course.
I don't think he
Like,
was
he's
ever an
nothing.
all-star. He got out of high school. I mean, I guess he made the right choice because he had a long
2
I don't
rings.
know.
2 rings, $90 million over his career. So he's happy with it. But yeah,
Why not
I mean,
waste? Why not waste? Don't waste any time. Go straight to the NBA. Good call.
Yeah, I mean, he got his money. Related first round Charlotte Hornets pick news, oddly. PJ Washington, Wes, you might remember him. He went to Kentucky. He's most likely getting screwed in divorce proceedings by his ex-wife and baby mama, Brittany Renner. There's rumors that he's paying up to $200K a month in child support off of like a divorce, like right after they had a kid together, and he's much younger than her. But PJ is saying that's cap, so he's saying that's a lie. But we'll see. We'll see what the
That
real...
made sport like that's been. It's so funny what trends in sports. The guy's divorce proceedings.
Well, when it's bad like that, he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think she married him when she was like 27 and he was 18 or some shit, or like he was
Yeah.
like barely legal.
I'll
and
tell you,
then
it's tough out there for a
he
dude,
knocks her
man.
up, yeah. And shoo.
Whoa, boy, it's tough out there, man.
Yeah, PJ's finding out about child support cases for sure.
Yeah,
All
women
right,
have it
number
pretty easy. Too, yeah.
What's that?
West is tough out there for dudes. It is, but then I made a joke saying, yeah, women have it pretty easy in general.
Oh,
in
they
life.
do, absolutely. Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
100% easier.
The periods and
rights
pregnancies and the equal rights. Yeah.
It's
rights
only a
pay.
couple months a year. Yeah,
Well, periods,
Look
the
at the-
pregnancies, the pay.
But what's interesting? What's interesting? Look at Katy Perry. Or wait, no. It's not Katy Perry.
you want to
it's,
make a sign?
It's Kelly Clarkson. Oh,
I'm happy being a male.
did you guys see Kelly Clarkson's though?
Lucked out. But
Kelly
no,
Clarkson's husband.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you seen what Kelly Clarkson's husband's getting though? He's
Oh
like,
yeah, he's getting paid.
yeah, he's fucking her over, and it's because of equal rights. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Number 2, Jeopardy. So Jeopardy is continuing to like fucking confuse everybody. So
Speaking
breaking
of
news.
equal rights, yeah.
Yeah, right. Breaking news from the New York Times. Jeopardy announced that it would have 2 hosts succeed Alex Trebek, Mike Richards, the guy who nobody knows who he is, and then the show's executive producer and Mayim Bialik. How do you say this name, Mark?
Bialik.
Bialik, the actress
I don't know. Yeah.
and
She
neuroscientist.
She was from she was from the Nerd Show, right? The
Big Bang
CBS show. Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
I saw another picture. I thought it was Blossom at first when I first saw it. I was like,
No,
"Is
it's
that
the Big
fucking
Bang
Blossom?"
Theory, which I did not watch.
Mayim Bialik, and not the Big Bang Theory girl you're thinking of.
No,
I
but
guess
she's the
another
smart-
character.
But that's because the Big Bang girl you're thinking of, I don't think was super smart on that show. She's the one that's smart,
Jeopardy.
which is what Jeopardy needs her because
Jeopardy blew this worse than they could have possibly imagined they were going to blow it when they were searching for Trebek's replacement. I mean, this has got to have been like one of the most horrific searches for a replacement host that's ever occurred, like in all of like
Why don't-
American television.
why didn't they just pay like Elon Musk money? Like I bet he would have done it. He could run his
Well,
company.
why didn't they just go with LeVar Burton like everybody
Yeah.
wanted? Why
Or
you
LeVar
don't have
Burton,
somebody like that on and then get all the online like buzz for him and then you don't
good
do
point.
it?
After looking at both of them, I 1,000,000% want LeVar Burton still over both of them. Yeah.
It makes no sense. It's
Yeah.
Why don't they should have decided it like, like American Idol or something. Like you have like a contest. I mean, that's
no,
the
because LeVar
best
Burton
way.
would have won. LeVar
They did,
Burton,
they
but then,
ignored
but
it.
then
then the ratings
they
would go
ignored
back.
it.
they
They
don't
ignored
want.
it.
They didn't want him. They were like, we're gonna play him as a guest host just to tease people, and then we know, even though we know he's got no shot in hell of being the host, it's a complete fuck up from start
They
to finish.
should not have had him
joke.
as a guest host. That was stupid.
A joke.
Because
Yeah.
yeah.
They made themselves look like jokes. Jeopardy, I'm not watching you. It reminds me a lot of like after Jon Stewart, on shows like that where it's like the host is impossible to replace because they're so good. And it's like, they like you're gonna fuck it up, and they did fuck it up. It's fucked
Well, we
up.
I was
talked
surprised at how
about
much I like Price is Right with Drew Carey though. I was shocked.
he was okay. Yeah, Drew Carey was good.
good.
He's a weirdo on that show.
He is weird now, yeah.
Nobody
he's a
could be
weird
Bob
guy.
Barker, but
No, but I you know how we talked about this, and I did not condone, and I think Wes agreed with me, did not condone like people beyond the grave, like their property being used. I would make an exception for Alex Trebek on Jeopardy if they hologrammed him. Just
Yeah,
do
I
a
can see that.
hologram of Trebek,
That'd be amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame you on that one because Trebek is better than all the options, including LeVar Burton, but he's not around anymore. So they should have gone with LeVar because they teased it, but it's just, now you got to deal with 2 people who nobody knows who they are hosting Jeopardy. Okay, number 1 in the cup of coffee in the big time today is the Gavin Newsom recall. So I said there wasn't much political news. Yeah, not on Capitol Hill, but in California there is. On Tuesday, September 14th, so just over a month from now, Californians will get the chance to recall their governor should they elect to do so. As we've covered, Gavin Newsom has not had a great pandemic, just in general. Lots of harsh lockdowns in California. Obviously, continued struggles with the wildfires.
Tough time in California.
Yeah, he actually oversaw the first time the state's population contracted in the history of the entire state. First time ever.
They probably
that it
need
He's
that.
the reason
That's
Austin
smaller.
sucks now. He's
Yeah.
the reason Austin
Yeah.
sucks.
Pretty
Mark.
much.
Yeah, the
This fucking
population
guy.
came here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And now, this is the most shocking part, perhaps. A new poll out of UC Berkeley suggests that his support, even among Democrats, or at least the ones who are likely to vote on this recall election might not be enough to keep him in office. Basically, the people that showed up that said they were going to vote in this election are even split 50-50, even though Republicans.
He's got the same approval rating as Cuomo, who just resigned.
A little bit better. He's got
slightly.
Yeah, a little. He's got better than like 50% from Democrats in general, but the ones that say they'll actually show up to this, because there's not many compared to like the overall, are like, I'm not sure. And Republicans are fired up. They're gonna show up. They're gonna vote for it, even though they make up only a quarter of the state's registered voters. They're showing as like basically he could get recalled.
Right. The math is not looking good for him because no one's jazzed about showing up to stand up for him. Yeah.
Right. It's not looking horrible, but it's not looking good, as Mark said. And Newsom is feeling the heat too. Here's him talking to the Sacramento Bee earlier this week.
If our homegrown teams start focusing on what's right, everybody outside this state is bitching about this state.
He's talking to reporters.
Governor, California has the nation's highest housing costs, highest gasoline prices, and highest utilities. Wage growth has been spectacular in the Silicon Valley, but not so much for areas along the coast and in some inland areas. In a very real sense, the California dream is more like a mirage for people grinding it out day after day. How do you make the case that you, as governor, can deliver the California dream to all Californians?
Well, let's talk about what we also are number one in, Stephanie. And guys, forgive me, I know I'm a little pointed today, but I've been taking a lot from you folks for a lot of months. So it's nice to be able to express myself too.
He's at the end of his rope.
Pull it together.
He's
Gavin.
at the end of his rope. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's having a real hard time.
He's human, but he's at the end of his rope.
Oh yeah, you could he's exasperated. He has no idea what to do. He can't understand how a Democrat in California could possibly get recalled, which is hard to understand. And I don't think it is going to happen. In the end, you look at his predicted odds, he's still 70% no to get recalled, 30% yes. I think the poll is going to maybe encourage enough Democratic voters in the state to come out and keep him his job, just because they are such an overwhelming majority.
But if Gavin Newsom gets recalled, that doesn't mean a Republican's going to replace him, right?
No. And here's the better news for him there, Mark, is that Newsom has no Democrats that are like stepping up to try to take the job, and the splashiest challenger is Caitlyn Jenner. So like he doesn't have the last time a recall. Right, the last time a recall happened, Arnold Schwarzenegger was involved, and that got people jazzed up, and that's how he was able to get in there. But people are saying that maybe the Democratic malaise that they won't show up to the voter box is enough.
I do think if a popular Democrat stepped in, he'd be in worse shape, because obviously it's going to stay Democratic there,
or even Republican if a popular moderate. But there's just no big names that stepped in.
I think that any Democrat that wanted to take him out that was popular could, because they're just having such a fucking tough time there right now.
Yeah, but again, the Democrats aren't going to be excited to show up, whether it's Newsom or somebody else. I think they're just hoping that he doesn't get recalled.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if he gets recalled, because all the Republicans show up and the percentages of Democrats that support him it balances out to he gets recalled. That doesn't mean because all the Republicans recalled him that a Republican's going in. They then have another.
Yes, it does, because it does, because that means that one of the 46 people on the ballot who are mostly Republicans
in the recall, they vote for someone else on the recall.
Would you want to get right? It's two questions. Would you want to get rid of the governor? Yes or no? And who out of these 46 people would you want to replace them? I'm not sure about the rules in terms of like if there's a runoff after, if they don't get X amount of percent or whatever.
Do they not? Are the Democrats not putting forward a strong candidate because that will gain steam?
Because they want to consolidate all votes behind Newsom. They don't want any type of splitting at all.
Exactly. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
got it.
So I mean, and you can see Newsom is like fucking at the end of his rope, because he can tell like it's bullshit. He's like, I have so many voters in this state, but I might actually fucking have a chance of losing this thing, and it's crazy time in California right now.
Rocking a hard place.
Yeah, so, lesser of two evils, I guess, in the Democrats' mind.
Right, I think which is what's killing the enthusiasm. Right, because they're like, "Oh, I'm not going to go out to the voter box to vote for this guy I think has done a shitty job, and I also hope that none of these other people get the fucking job."
Right.
So
exactly.
a lot of people are just like, "This is
Great
hell."
place to be.
California's a mess right now. Yeah.
Yep, and that's today's cup of coffee in the big time.
Nice. All right, guys. Before you know it, it's going to be holiday season again. I'm sure you have some loved ones' birthdays coming up soon, anniversaries that you could use an amazing gift for. Let me tell you, no gift impresses or is more thoughtful than a painting from paintyourlife.com. You want wow factor? You can't get more wow factor, baby. And guess what? The wow factor also comes with a wow price, as in, wow, I can't believe how affordable it is. I thought it was going to cost me $1 million with that quality. Wow. If you want a truly meaningful gift, you got to try paintyourlife.com. Choose from a team of world-class artists and work with them until every detail is perfect. A user-friendly platform lets you order a custom-made, hand-painted portrait in less than 5 minutes, and you get it in about 3 weeks. My girlfriend got a painting of me shirtless with her Chihuahua Lucille. It's at my house, and oh my God,
Powerful.
It might be my favorite possession. Incredible quality. Every small detail of my nipples were captured perfectly.
If the house is burning down, you're grabbing that first.
Oh, I'm grabbing that first, and my computer. Actually, I might leave my
Second.
computer because just
Computer,
take care of the things I don't want to worry about. At paintyourlife.com, there's no risk. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And right now, as a limited time offer, get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off and free shipping. That's like they're giving it away. To get your special offer, text the word factor to 64,000. That's factor to 64,000. Text factor to 64,000. Paint Your Life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. Terms apply. Available at paintyourlife.com/terms. Again, the keyword is factor. Text it. 64,000. All right, guys. Guess what? Guess what we got?
You got a sound clip for us.
Got a new little piece of media from our lovely VO artist Darcel.
Ooh.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Oh, how you
Like that.
Whoa. A little
Thank you,
branding from the
Darcel.
boys right there.
How are you gonna live up to that now?
Yeah, I can't. I honestly can't. I'm going to mail it in.
And that's the TikTok. You just play it again. That's the TikTok.
Yeah. Very professional. So let's get into it. Today we're going to India for some donkey business. Then we're going to the UK for a bank robbery. Then we're going to Germany for a love story, if you will. First, let's go to India, where a drink that I thought would be as cheap as hell and disgusting is breaking price records, especially in a town called Omerga or Omagra. I can't really know if I'm saying that right. In Maharashtra. It's a little state, a state in India. And I'm not talking about that special bag hooch they love to drink over
That's
there.
what I thought you were talking about.
No, I'm not talking about that. I know that's what you think I was talking about, but no, I'm of course talking about the much sought after milk of the donkey. Believe that? Yeah, donkey milk. Look at that.
Donkey milk.
MOD. Milk
believe
of the
that?
donkey.
Unbelievable. Yeah, they love donkey milk over there, and some reports say that people are spending as much as 10,000 rupees per liter for this stuff, which breaks down to $135 for a liter of donkey
What?
milk. Yeah.
What is this? What do they say it does?
Does it make you grow taller? Does it make you get taller?
No. Well, see, like some cultures believe that. I know that in South America, I forget what
It's a dick thing
country.
then.
Yeah, it's a dick thing down
It's a dick
there,
thing.
and it's like it like invigorates you. They sell it by
Yeah.
like a little cup. They have like
Makes your
donkey
dick
on the
bigger,
street.
makes your sexual
They ju-
drive
yeah, they
bigger.
just
Yeah.
squirt. Yeah, they're like, I gotta go home and fuck my wife tonight.
Yeah.
Give me some donkey milk.
Milk
But
of donkey.
here in India, they say, and I had no idea that this place was such an affluent town. People just whip around on motorbikes in the dust, with gold around their necks, I guess.
Well, for the donkey owners are.
Yeah, they're raking it in. So apparently, donkey milk is what you call it's a specialty item, as a donkey only produces about half a liter of milk a day, but it is much higher in vitamins and minerals than normal cow milk, and is actually very close to human milk with much less allergens. So it's often fed to babies, I guess, as a substitute for mother's milk.
Whoa.
Yeah. So if you're going through a pandemic, maybe, or people aren't around to feed babies, they use I don't know, donkey milk. I don't know. It's
This
crazy.
is big
It also
news.
yeah.
That's way
Donkey
too
milk.
overpriced, though. I mean,
Oh,
you're
it's-
getting-
Yeah,
you're-
but it's big. Weightlifters
insane.
over there too, because the whole. Yeah.
So it also doesn't contain as many foodborne pathogens as other milk, so that shelf life is longer. It's about 80% of the bacteria in donkey milk is also lactic acid bacteria, which makes it great for treating stomach pain from hunger because you just spend all your family's money on donkey milk.
Yes, that's
yeah.
the biggest issue. Also, they need to get some Costco's in India, because if they did, they'd be able to get the Kirkland brand formula. I'd imagine that's a lot better and cheaper than donkey milk, than hot donkey milk on the street.
Yeah, they use this shit in powdered form, I guess. I went online to try to find it. This is a can of like coffee powdered donkey milk for $121.
What the fuck?
How is it that much better than like formula? Because if it's like human milk, why wouldn't you just use formula?
That container had some Asian writing on it, so there might be something like some other properties that we're not fully understanding, if you know what I mean.
How many marriages end because like someone's hiding they're buying donkey milk and hiding it from the wife and family and the kids, and they're pretending to be like poor, and he's got his stash of donkey milk.
You smell like donkey. Where have you been?
so many relationship ends.
Like 5 years in this town.
Yeah. So,
forgot to hide the donkey milk, got caught.
Just riding around chugging donkey milk on their motorbikes. It's crazy. So all right, let's go to Germany for an important lesson on why you should always be cautious when using online dating sites. You never know if the person's going to swipe right or kill you. If you never know if the person who swiped right on you will kill you, dismember you, and eat you for their own sexual satisfaction. Okay, because that's what a man identified as only Stefan R. Because Germany has weird laws that respect cannibals and murderers over there. I guess there he is in court, just covering his face. Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
man. So nobody gets to see what the local cannibal looks like in case
they don't get to know his last. Yeah. They don't get to know what he looks like or his last name.
Is it because behind the cover he has a praying mantis head? Because it sounds like he's a praying mantis.
No, he's a bad man. Yeah, I guess
they need to let people see what Stefan R. looks like.
To avoid him.
Yeah, if you're a cannibal, you have to. These rules don't apply to cannibals.
Yeah, I don't know if it's for like maybe the family of these fucking psychos, or if they maybe release it after they're found guilty because it's like a trial, you know. So they like.
Will's right though. Like maybe people smarter than us could see things like the eyes are closer together, or like figure out traits of these cannibals.
Oh, his eyes are so close together. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, 100%.
It's something you want to eradicate is cannibalism.
Yeah, let's figure out the patterns.
Right. I feel like cannibalism, COVID, obviously people can't unite about COVID, but cannibalism seems like one that people should be able to unite for. You should be able to all agree cannibalism no good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So here is Stefan Trogish. That's his boyfriend. He's an electrician. That's who Stefan R. murdered. Yeah. So
they have no problem.
Murder. Yeah.
They have no problem putting his picture all over the place.
Right. Yep. There he is. So obviously,
doesn't make much sense.
No.
The cannibal you can't see, but you could see his dead lover.
For the protection of the cannibal's family, you can't see him, but for the victim, it's like him like in an embarrassing situation.
Yeah. Don't be like Stephen Troglish. Yeah.
He's getting tricked in the picture.
Yeah. It's freaking awful. So you may also want to pay close attention at the next parent-teacher conference from here on out, because a 41-year-old psycho was also a math and chemistry teacher, not biology like you might expect. So he's just out there teaching kids and then murdering and eating his lovers. So like I said, he lured this guy back to his apartment in Berlin, just outside of his apartment in Berlin, in a place called Pankow, I think. And according to the prosecution, the accused killed the victim because he sought sexual satisfaction through the killing and wanted to eat parts of the corpse. So,
that checks out.
Checks out.
Because I like murdering and killing and eating humans. Yeah.
It just gets me off. Yeah, it's weird.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, it is what it is, right?
Did you miss the part where I told you I was a cannibal at the beginning of the interview?
It's not like it wasn't like a noxious gas or like no, I've always been this way, and
Finally got the courage to do it. The plan unraveled because the fucking taxi driver was the last person to see this poor bastard alive when he dropped him off at this killer's apartment. So after the first body part was found, so what he did is he killed him, he chopped him up, ate part of him, and then he sprinkled his body parts around town to try to throw the
squirrel.
Yeah, like a little squirrel. So they found a
Burying
body
the
part.
nuts for winter.
Yeah, he's fucked up. So they found the first body part, and then police
So they can
used,
come back to those locations next year and jerk off.
Oh yeah,
Eat the, jack off and eat the arm.
he's like blindfolding himself when he does it. So the police then used dogs to lead them to his house. Inside there was a saw, an empty freezer, some sodium hydroxide, which is a chemical that can be used to dissolve remains. They also found he was a member of several cannibal forums, which is good that they have those out there, and Googled cannibalism pretty much every day. The media has dubbed him the cannibal of Pankow. I don't know if he did it every day. I'm sure if you're a cannibal and you're into it, you Google it every day.
He wrote for cannibal journalism.
Yeah, he was into it. It's too bad that the victim
groups.
Yeah, they have forums like how to prepare it and shit.
Right.
Like, I didn't even want to look into it.
I bet 90% of them are fake, but the thing is that there's 10% that aren't.
There's a lot like there's like those eunuch forums like we talked about, the guy that like castrates people and stuff.
Why is the FBI? Why aren't you there?
It's a
The
crazy
internet's
world.
so crazy.
Yeah, the dark web is insane, man. It's not a good place. And it's too bad the victim didn't take his screen name serious, because apparently he was using Master Butcher 79. I guess he thought he could like field dress a deer with the best of them with that name, not kill you and murder you. So I don't know what he thought.
Right. When the guy went on a date and he couldn't answer any like butchering animal questions.
Yeah.
What's your favorite animal to butcher? He's like,
Yeah, exactly. So rest in peace. Be careful out there on those dating sites. You never know. Finally, let's go to Eastbourne, England. So imagine this, guys. You're so down on your luck at age 67 that you think, hey, the only way to solve this is to rob a bank. It might happen to one of us, honestly. Who knows?
I've been there.
We could easily. Me too. I've been very close. I've been like, I can, if I put it here, my son will find it later. It'll be fine. And that's what Ian Slattery thought. But unfortunately for him, his act of desperation didn't go as planned. So again, imagine you get enough courage to walk into this bank. You demand your demand note is in your hand. You're sweating profusely, probably scared shitless. And as you hand the note to the teller, she squints at it. But your handwriting is such shit that she just hands it back to you because she can't read it, and then you leave empty-handed. No. Yeah, this is what the guy looked like.
What a mug on him! He just rolled up like, just plain faced.
Yeah. So here's a picture of him about to get his vaccine. Oh no, wait, he's robbing a bank and he's just in his mask. I forgot.
So he thought that the surgical mask was plenty of disguise.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he handed the note, which read, your screen won't stop what I've got. Just hand over the 10s and 20s. Think about the other customers. Here's the note that he handed over with his bad handwriting, and I guess they just couldn't read it. So
that's supposed to say your screen won't stop.
Yeah, your screen won't stop.
Just hand over the 10s and 20s. That is terrible writing.
Right, exactly. So
it looks like your screen won't stop. Yeah, no,
right.
No.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then to make matters worse, he then went to another bank, handed another teller the same note, but that teller like challenged him and said, "You know what? I don't think you're going to do shit, old man." He turned him away again. So he was successful one time, but 2 out of 3 attempts to rob banks, he left empty-handed.
Well, with that handwriting, he can't aim a gun.
No.
He can't draw in a line with a pen.
Look at
He's also the dumbest criminal ever. He's going for like a couple $100 or like maybe a couple $1,000 out of one drawer, and that's it. And he's going in with like just a surgical mask on and leaving his DNA at every single bank. He's the dumbest guy of all time.
He's not a pro.
The fact that Ian Slattery wrote that note and left the house to go do his mission with it is insane.
Yeah. That's desperation.
This is the note.
You know what, Wes? This makes me feel good because if I ever got to that point, I would have a better bank robbing plan than this guy.
Yeah. Save this on deck. If I work up the courage to rob a bank, I want like 10 of these stories of idiots, and I'll do better than all 10 of them.
We could all do better than Ian. Yeah. So he only got, I guess it's kind of, it happened like earlier in this year, but he's just now being sent to jail, which is why it was in the news. So he only got 6 years apparently for 3 attempts and like one
because he
one
didn't
of
have
the
a
tellers-
weapon.
Yeah, he didn't have a weapon. And he's just obviously probably a little slow, maybe. I don't know. So yeah.
What'd you get in for? I robbed 3 banks and left notes with them all.
She got like 2,400 pounds total.
Also,
Three
Wes,
banks.
put that note back up. Put the note back up,
Yeah,
or like
and
tell us what it says. He didn't say he had a gun, right? It's just
Nope.
like your screams won't stop what I'm about to do to you. So like
Well,
if he had
yeah,
written
yeah.
"I have a gun" in the note, that counts as armed robbery. This does not. I don't.
He
think.
definitely hinted that like his
Yeah,
gun could shoot
hinting's
through
not the same though.
Yeah.
Hinting's not the
know.
same. If he didn't have a gun and he didn't write in the note that I have a gun, then it's like I think it's a different law.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
so he only
6 years.
absolutely certainly got himself locked up for 6 years for $2,000 instead of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
20.
still a horrible plan.
Yeah.
Bad handwriting. Fucked him over.
All right. So can you play
I
that
think
sound?
it was a bad brain.
Can you play that
got
sound bite
eaten.
again? And that was the.
And that was
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Well, it's only really
that's
applicable
fucking
at the
good.
beginning. Though.
Yeah, at the
I know,
time
but it's
getting
so
it.
fucking good. It's so good. That's good. Okay. All right. We're heading over. Last story, guys. We're heading over to the UK for this story. And it's kind of coincidental that I stumbled upon this story mere minutes after seeing this exact topic being discussed in one of our Discord threads. It wasn't the Green Room thread, but it was related to the Green Room, the show we recorded Wednesday at 5 p.m. that will be released on Saturday. That was so good and so wild that we got kicked off Spotify for being too vulgar, then had to restart the show. Everyone go get the Green Room app now, download it, follow the host at Hard Factor and our names, or you can search by Mark Borgie, Wes Shepard, Pat Cassidy, Will Smith, and turn on the notifications because Wednesdays are pretty good.
You got to get in there. Very fun
Yeah.
shows.
Anyways, the topic is related to a certain sexual fetish, and I won't name names, but a few people in the Discord volunteered that they had that fetish right before I stumbled upon this gem. I'd like you to meet 45-year-old Worthington, England man, Richard William Cove. I don't have a picture of him yet. Worthington is a parish in northwest Leicester, and in northwest Leicester, like anywhere in the UK.
Like
Leicester?
it's-
It's like Leicestershire. Like Leicestershire.
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 Leicestershire. There you go. Leicestershire. There you go. But not Shire. Yes, there it is. Leicestershire. And like in West Leicestershire, like anywhere in the UK, they have the NHS, which is the National Health Service. And what the NHS is something foreign to the US. It's a government-run healthcare system providing free healthcare to all citizens, albeit probably with shitty healthcare, with overworked doctors and long lines. You know what I'm talking about, Canada. Meanwhile, I'm paying full car payments worth of money a month so that my wife and I can have healthcare we don't use. So both suck, right? But I digress. And I don't want to get Will started on healthcare, so let's move on. So 45-year-old Richard William Cope, he took full advantage of some of the free services the NHS provides, like calling the 111 number and seeking medical advice. In fact, he took advantage to the tune of calling the NHS line over 1,200 times just in a 2-year span from April 2019 to April 2021. And there was a similar theme to all of Cove's calls to the NHS. First, he would give false information like a fake name and address. Then he would pretend to be an elderly woman by disguising his voice and talking like this. It's me, Eleanor. And then as the fake elderly woman, he would start talking about her height and weight and describe her feet, and then would ask the call taking clinicians to describe their feet as well. So it would go something like this. Well, enough about me and my size 6 wrinkly old women's feet. Now you go. What do your feet look like? Are their nails painted? Is the second toe longer than the big toe? I really like it when it is. You're not the web toe type, are you? Oh, goodness. I'd like to smell those web toes and see if my penis could fit in the arch of your feet pressed together against my boner. He had a foot fetish, guys.
Yeah.
He had a big
Good
old
for him.
foot fetish.
Good for him.
He's just bored, right? Like he needs something better to do with his life than call these people.
1,263 times to be exact in 2 years. That's like more than once a day. He's
Yeah,
calling
it's
them
go-to.
twice a day.
Yeah.
Every
calls
time
it
he
what-
masturbated. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like a free hotline for him.
As hard as I tried, I couldn't find a reliable image of this guy. I think they're trying to hide his image like the Cannibal, but I imagine he looks like this.
Oh yeah. Big Rex Ryan guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so Richard did that, 1,263 times and only got caught because one of the aliases he used was a real person that kept getting calls back from the NHS being like, "Are you okay?" So like that person was like, "Why does the NHS keep calling me?" And they raised a stink and brought it up to the government's attention.
What?
And then tracked it back to Richard William Cove. So he would have gotten away scot-free, but he was using real
How-
people's names.
Wait. How
Idiot.
big of a call center is this where they're fielding
Ick.
like 1,200
Nationwide.
calls? Yeah, but still, like 1,200 calls, like you think that would get around. Like, all right,
Right,
there's this
yeah.
old lady who's asking me about my feet.
Yeah, it's like the
that,
library guy.
Yeah, you'd feel like that would get around to like the different teams, like. And that
This is the problem with the NHS. Will this is the problem with it? It's too big and they're not coordinated. It had to take a citizen that was a fake, like that was like getting called by them to tell them that they were getting pranked.
That's also right, but that's also like a sign that it's probably not that well run.
no.
it's
That's what I'm saying. No. And the NHS
Yeah.
won health. The NHS won like healthcare. Best healthcare in the world in 2017, and like 2 years later, it's getting panned for like being terrible. Like
yeah.
there's problems with free healthcare as there is with not free healthcare. Anyways, Richard apparently would say some wild shit to these nurses and doctors too, to the point where they were so worried about this elderly woman's condition that they would. And by the way, he had to do this to keep them on the line, right? Like this is part of the reason why they didn't get caught is because he kept making up conditions, like I'm dying. So they got so worried they would send ambulances to the addresses he would give them. There's just no one there because he's somewhere else. He gave him a fake.
Yeah, and they're wasting so much money on the ambulance
That's the
ride.
thing. All this guy caused the taxpayers of the UK, which fund the ambulance company, £22,000, and he wasted hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of skilled physicians' hours of time.
Yeah, it's a pandemic, and this guy's just selfishly
whole
getting off on
pandemic.
his foot fetish. Yeah,
The
Just to
entire
jack off.
pandemic, he called twice a day.
Just to jack off to people talking
sending
about feet.
ambulances all over the place.
All
'cause
over
he
the
wants
place.
to jerk off.
Because he had a foot fetish. I guess his foot fetish is verbal too, as opposed to visual, because he was just doing it over the phone. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Probably he just he loves feet in any capacity. It might not.
This is one fetish that I kind of wish I had, honestly, because it's so like
I said, check the Discord.
it can be very like it's innocent in my opinion for the most part.
Oh
you know what I
yeah,
mean? But if
sounds
it
real
get-
innocent.
Yeah,
Not
guys
this
who
guy.
want to just savagely fuck everybody's feet. I don't know
Not
how
this
innocent it is.
Not this guy. this guy was
Give me those toes.
this guy was a
Totally
monster.
innocent.
But if I could like get off by like smelling some shoes or something, that'd be amazing. That'd be incredible. You know?
Sounds like you're working your way up to it. He went to court this
I just
week.
wish it.
Guys, he went-
Wes, why
went
don't
to
you just
court
dip
this
your
week,
toe
yeah.
in the water, you know?
I've tried. Trust me, it doesn't work. I'm not a foot fetish guy.
Yeah, there's a problem with foot fetishes though, is you don't know the age. You need to know the whole body, right? Because you could be attracted to a foot, and then it could be attached to a
That's with
child.
anything. That's with anything.
Well, you got to be careful. He went to court this week and pled guilty to one count of making malicious communications, and he admitted to making the calls for his quote for his own enjoyment and personal benefit. And quote, he said he had a sexual foot fetish which he indulged during most of the calls, which means every call he jerked off to,
Yes, of course.
every single call.
Yeah.
That
That was his go-to.
How dumb do you feel right now if you're like one of the nurses or doctors that really took this patient seriously? You got very concerned. We're sending sent this person multiple ambulances. Like you,
I feel like this,
you gotta,
I feel like this
it's
was
a
sent
dark
over the
day.
edge. I feel like
It's a dark day.
Like
Yeah,
Wes
it's-
mentioned, it's during all of COVID, so you're already like overworked and you're stressed. And then if you find out that this elderly woman was like 45-year-old guy jerking off, and you sent ambulances. You like that's probably the straw that breaks the camel's back.
He's so
like,
selfish.
Yeah, he probably
He's the
quit.
most selfish man on earth.
I think. I mean, you got to take a week off. If you talk to that guy more than 10 times, you need a week to a month off just to process this mentally.
You remember?
And realize realize how broken your brain is that you couldn't figure out that this was.
You remember Richard William Cove? The story. I sent him 2 ambulances.
I wonder if we could get someone to do this. I bet it's super easy.
Terrible.
You know, like just
Oh, yeah.
call and just
Absolutely. Talk about their feet.
yeah,
Let's
call
just
like
be
Zappos or something.
Oh, the
I
worst.
definitely could. Yeah,
Dude, the
DSW.
worst. Well, because there's all kinds of you absolutely could, especially if you
You could get them to try on shoes probably if they're getting a sale.
This guy's kind of smart because like he knew that if he threatened that he was going to be hurt soon, or that maybe he was threatening to hurt himself. Basically, there's rules for like people who are on phone calls, like in the health industry. You can't get off the phone with people who say certain things.
My dying wish is for you to rub your feet against the phone.
Right. I don't know what he was saying, but he probably said some shit that made them like kind of like feel like they had to stay on.
He spent every minute of every day planning things to say to these people and talking to them. He awaits sentencing on September 13th, and if they send this guy to prison, I hope for the other inmates' sake they have a good laundry room and plenty of socks available. Otherwise, and that's going to do it.
Colin Phillips.
Yeah, shout out Colin Phillips and out Lombard Trucking, and that's going to do it for the Hive today, the Hard Hive Hour. The show, Hard Factor show. What do we got the rest of the week? We got the Patreon Florida Man Friday tomorrow. We got a Florida Man Friday-ish show tomorrow as well. Anything else coming up? We have next Friday we have trivia night.
Yeah, the 20th. August 20th is the next trivia night. That's Send in the Car tier only on patreon.com/hardfactor. Very, very fun. I'd say one of the coolest perks about
Wes. Will you be there for that one?
I will be driving back to Virginia
next Friday.
My first, it's the first part of my leg because
Texas.
I can't go Thursday because I'd miss shows. So
holy shit, you're gonna be gone till the 20th?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back that Saturday.
I really got to start planning some vacation days.
Jesus Christ! All right, well.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll be on shows. I just won't be back till I'm not going to miss any shows. I mean, I can maybe do it from the hotel when I get in, wherever I am, Nashville or whatever. But I'll do another half pack with Wes.
That's true, and that's even better. I hope you're not on the fucking trip because I want to hear the half pack with us. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening and have a great fucking day.